Hey everybody. All right, so welcome to day number 9 of 100 Ways to Motivate Yourself. What a day. I can't believe I'm just now getting to this. So I'm going to dive in. Today's really good. Today number 9 is really good. It took me a while to kind of wrap my head around it, and I think that this is definitely going to speak to some of you. So I'm just going to dive in and start sharing with you what day number 9 is. So day number 9 is titled Build a Track Record. And I'm going to read this to you. It's very short, but I think it might really speak to you. So it says, "It's not what we do that makes us tired, but it's what we don't do. The tasks that we don't complete cause the most fatigue." Think about that. That list of things all around your house that you either have started, or projects that you've started and not finished, or things that you've started doing and you haven't finished. Think about how much space that's taking up in your mind. I was giving a motivational seminar to a utility company recently, and during one of the breaks, a small man who looked to be in his 60s came up to me. He said, "My problem is that I never seem to finish anything." Does that sound familiar to anybody? Me, hello. "I'm always starting things, this project and that project, but I never finish. I'm always off and onto something else before anything is ever completed." You guys, this fits me to the T. I don't know how many of you this resonates with, but this is part of the impetus behind why it is I'm doing 100 days where I'm going live. It's because it's so easy to quit. And I don't know about you, but I have fallen victim to the culture that we live in. We live in a culture where everything is instant gratification, and sometimes it's easier to quit than it is to keep doing the hard work. But I digress. I'm going to keep going because this is good. Let's see. Where was I? Okay. He then asked whether I could give him some affirmations that might alter his belief system. He correctly saw the problem as being one of belief. That is key. Think about that. It's all about belief. He correctly saw that the problem was one of belief. Because he did not believe that he was a good finisher, he did not finish anything. Think about the story you're telling yourself about how you quit things and how it's okay to quit. So he wanted a magical word or phrase to repeat to himself that would brainwash himself into being different. Let's see. "Do you think affirmations are what you need?" I asked him. "If you had to learn how to use a computer, could you do it by sitting on your bed and repeating the affirmations, 'I know how to use a computer, I know how to use a computer'? Or, would it help you to sit down and actually just, do these affirmations about how to use a computer?" The man admitted that the affirmations would probably have no effect on his ability to use a computer. Here's where it gets good. "The best way to change your belief system is to change the truth about yourself." It's to change the truth about you, is what I said to the man. "We believe the truth faster than we believe false affirmations. To believe that you are a good finisher, you must begin by building a track record of finished tasks." Oh my God, you guys, that's huge. Today, when I was thinking about this one, I don't want to jump to the end yet, but this one was huge when I started to really dive into it this morning. He followed my suggestions with great enthusiasm. He bought a notebook, and at the top of the first page, he wrote, "Things I've finished," and each day he made a point of setting goals and finishing them. Whereas in the past, he would be sweeping his front steps and leave it unfinished when the phone rang. Now he'd let the phone ring so he could finish the job and record it in his notebook. God, that speaks to the volume of how much we have going on at any one point in time. If you find that you're a chronic non-finisher, it could be that you're multitasking too much. It might not be that you're a quitter. It's just maybe that you're trying to do too many things at one time. The more things he wrote down, the more confident he became that he was truly becoming a finisher. And he had a notebook to prove it. Consider how much more permanent his new belief was than if he'd tried to do this just by doing affirmations alone. He could have whispered to himself all night long, "I'm a great finisher, I'm a great finisher." But the right side of his brain would have known better. It would have said to him, "No, you're not." Stop worrying about what you think of yourself and start building a track record that proves that you can motivate yourself to do whatever you want. You guys, I mean, that's huge if you think about it. I mean, it's a whole lot of reverse psychology, but you know what? Reverse psychology works on kids, and sometimes we need to motivate our inner child. I mean, let's face it, I mean, you don't feel like getting up and getting ready for school in the morning. So the parent tells the child, get up and get ready for school. You got to channel that inner parent inside of you sometimes, especially when you're not feeling like doing things. This is reverse psychology from the perspective of, sure, you tell yourself you always quit things. You never finish what you start. You always quit things. It could even just be painting a living room wall. You've got that project half finished and it's just always hanging out there. Or, you've got a honey-do list where you've started 3 or 4 projects, but you haven't finished any one of them. Part of it could be what you believe about yourself is that you're chronically, a failure in this area. You don't finish it. My point is this. The possibilities are endless in terms of what it is that you think about yourself. You know what you think about yourself, and you also know the story that you're telling yourself about yourself. I know that's kind of deep and twisted, but one of the things that I've been, preaching over the last year in my life coaching journey is you have the ability to change your mind. You also have the ability to look at how you're thinking about things and to start questioning why you think the way you think. How come you learned this? Where did you get this belief system about yourself? Who's the one that put these limitations on you? Maybe you need to dive into where the limitations came from in order to really undo the limitations so that you can step out of the limitation. My point is this. Your brain is going to collect evidence in support of any limiting belief that you have in your mind whatsoever. So if you think, I'm fat and lazy, you're going to wake up every day, and as you can't fit into those pants, you're going to say, yep, there's some more evidence, I'm fat. When you get home from work and you should get on the treadmill, or you should eat whatever you had meal prepped for dinner, and you don't, and you decide to order pizza, it's evidence supporting what you think about yourself. Tell yourself a different story and start to believe it, and then start to collect evidence in support of the new story that you want to step into. So this one, day number 9, was titled Build a Track Record. Quit quitting on yourself and start to collect evidence that supports the possibilities of what you can become by way of identifying where you have opportunity for growth and start turning that around. It's as simple as turning it around tomorrow. So this is a really good one. I mean, it's kind of deep thought and it doesn't resonate with everybody, but I thought it was really good. So where we are, we're on day number 9. I'm going to recap very quickly on the 9-day journey that we've been on so far. Day number 1 was get on your deathbed. Again, just so that I recap, this is 100 Ways to Motivate Yourself, How to Change Your Life Forever by Steve Chandler. The first day was all about get on your deathbed, live with the end in sight, start seeing where you want to go. If you're not going on that direction right now, change the course of your path. Number 2, stay hungry. Get a vision for yourself. This was the Arnold Schwarzenegger analogy. So if you see it in your mind, or you have a vision or a dream in your heart that you know you want to do and it's not coming to be, start seeing it a little bit more clearly and start getting an end goal plan in place in order to get there. Number 3, tell yourself a true lie. See yourself living your best life. In other words, fake it till you make it. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but it works. I do it all the time. Number 4, keep your eyes on the prize. Focus on the right thing. This was the analogy I gave to, or not analogy, the story I told you guys about Jimmy Johnson. Go back to day number 4 if that one sounds right to you, but it's about not getting focused on your fears and your failures. Number 5, learn to sweat in peace. Prepare to win or prepare to fail. It's all about your preparation. It's all about recognizing that you need to put something into things, and it's going to be hard work, but if you want something out of it, you've got to be willing to do the daggone work now. And so sweat in peace. Number 6, simplify your life. Oh, that one's huge. Just spent the whole day simplifying my life and a lot of Landon's bedroom. It's hard to be focused when you're confused. Declutter. It's really going to help you if you're able to just streamline, your life a little bit. Number 7, look for the lost gold. Your opportunities will multiply when you choose to see them. Change the way you look at things, and the things that you look at change. Go back to number 7 if that one, day number 7, if that one sounds interesting to you. Number 8, push all of your own buttons. This one was a good one. This one was the, they gave the story of walking into a cockpit and, you know, all of the, oh my God, the pilots knowing what buttons to push in what order to get the right results, and how you in your life, you know what motivates you. Surround yourself by what motivates you. You know what demotivates you. We're focusing on the positive here. Focus on what motivates you. And if you don't know, then you need to get some time with yourself. You need to slow your life down and figure out what motivates you. And number 9, build a track record. Quit quitting on yourself and start collecting evidence in support of the contrary. You know, for me, I was a chronic quitter, you guys. I mean, I would give up on anything and everything. The minute it got hard, out, gone, I'm done with it. But, you know, over these last 2 years, I started to really see the benefit and the ramifications of not quitting. I started to see the potential I had when I really applied myself. And, you know, I didn't get a notebook where I wrote down all of the things that I've been, you know, not quitting at, but I like that idea, and that might really work for somebody. For me, how I was able to see the evolution of my new outlook on life was I started journaling every day. I started to really see the progression of getting in tune with myself, getting more spiritual, more connected to mind, body, and spirit, and really stepping into my own. And as a result of all of these things, I've really been able to shed the skin of quitting, if you will. So there you have it. Day number 9, build a track record. Start by starting. Start collecting evidence of all of the things that you're doing right, and don't focus on all the things that you're doing wrong. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.